Well, hello everyone. Today I am going to go over this drawing tutorial and using soft charcoal here. And soft charcoal is really fairly cheap and easy to use, but I'm just going to show you how to actually use it in a drawing technique that focuses on uh, only the that focuses on the dark areas and shadows to complete the drawing. So we have our reference photo here. I sometimes use reference, sometimes I don't. It's just a way to express your drawing in any matter you want, but this video for people who really cares about drawing. So this is what I'm trying to explain here. Let's say you have a picture here, and if you squint, you're gonna see dark spots. You always avoid the details in the beginning. Just create big blocks of dark color, and then you shape it a little bit by softening edges or working with a little bit details. You don't have to make it super detailed, but you just need to put placement of things correctly. And placement is very important. This is what I am trying to say here. Okay, so placement, this is a paper, and you have to decide, like, is the head starting here and end here? See, there's a space here and a space here. This is where face is gonna be, and placement of the face inside also important, because it doesn't matter how detailed they are, but where they are placed is very important. So if you're interested, I'm gonna show you easy methods how you simplify that. And it is hard, it is difficult, complicated. Let's just jump into it. So as you can see from there's a face here. I'm going to remove everything, so it's okay to start with the mess. And if we decided the hairline start here, so squint and place just big blocks, and this represents the hair. So here, another edge for the side of the hair, and don't be afraid to just place it. This is where the eyes are gonna be, I'm assuming. So this is one portion, 2, 3. So the end of there's a dark area under nose, under the chin and the neck. See how simple that is? You will get a face out of it. Okay. Now you can give some dark area here. And neck is going like that. And I'm erasing this area. That where nose is gonna be here, and the mouth. So let's see. the side of the face, and the face is turned this way a little bit, so center line is going to be moved a little bit to the side. So this side here is going to be bigger than this one. There is a space, as you can see here. That's the nose, and the eyes, you don't want to put it too close, so it starts here. Just shade it all as one spot. That's it. You can't see anything out of it, but the placement. Make sure the placement is correct. Make sure this is the area where the eye should be. If you put it right, then everything else next will be correct. Okay, so if this is from here, that length, divide that into, I see her forehead is bigger. So here, so if this is, okay, it should be the same. Yeah, just put a nose. That's a nose. Now you can see a face has started to build up a little bit by a little bit. Now the side of the face, the contour here, and the mouth. The mouth. So of this area here, it will be like this height. I am good. So here where the chin is gonna be. Now making sure when the face is turned this way, there's a space here between the eye and the hairline that goes down. So this one is shorter than this one because of perspective and foreshortening. So, okay, the mouth, just put something. You don't need to make it exactly like the mouth you see, but that's just in the beginning. And the mouth is the front here. This area is short and this one is long because it's moving that way. Okay, now now the face is starting to look like a face. Erase some for the lower lip. It is up to you how realistic you want to take your drawing to, what level. Some of them may just end up with this. Hey, it's a sketch, it's a drawing. Who cares? You just do whatever you want. Really. Now, if you want to add more details, then you just continue working on it. So to hide all the mistakes and correction, in the beginning we just want to place something that looks like a face, not necessarily to be very accurate. So we use a paper towel and Paper towel create a texture. It doesn't remove everything, so it just feather things. But the drawing is still there. You don't want to remove it entirely, but any harsh edges is going to be softened, and you can correct the location or placement of the face feature. And then you use the same paper to create a tone on the rest of the paper. As you can see, you can't see it. You don't need to remove it entirely and then add another layer to it. Now we come back and replace the same thing. We add because the faded background will help us add more information than just a white paper. And later on, when we erase some of the highlight, it will also help us. So okay, around here, as you can see, I'm just using I'm squinting and see what's dark areas. And her hair is coming in this way. You can't always, design the hair the way you want it. It doesn't have to be exactly as the picture. You don't have to make it look like a picture. You just use it as a reference. Nose. No, there's a shadow I see. And the eye should be like that. Watch it this way. Shadow here. Direction of the second eye. Now shadow. And step back. It's like step back and look at the placement, because you can be tricked if you are so close. You see, okay. And give it some contrast line here to shape the contour of the forehead. That's too harsh. Okay. The nose. Just add the shadow area. Just the shadow is enough for now, and then you can correct it and add details to it. lower lip has some light. So now and remove some from the eye too to find the location. Now you just need to be careful to stick with the eyes, and then it pulls you into, you know, you forget yourself. It's gonna be just focusing on the eye itself. You don't. You want to work on everything together in relationship to each other. Look at me. I am. Oh, I need to leave it. Need to leave it. Need to leave it. Because it's a you're gonna look at this all the time, and you want to correct things. Just leave it. I'm gonna just add a little bit here. Okay. Now, this area here is darker. It's, you know, to complete the contour of the face. Maybe I took it too far. All the details can be coming in later, so don't stress about it. Shadow under the face, like the neck area. Okay, let's add some details. Some. This shadow is harsh, so let's add it. Okay, now the face, if the face is correct in proportions, then you are good and you can move on. If it's not, you just keep correcting. So let's add just a little bit to identify the eye. That's it, just a little bit. You don't need to add too much. The more you mess with it, it's going to create problems for you. So I would suggest just add a little, just to give it a suggestion. A suggestion of an eye. If you see this and you say this is a face, it's enough. Okay. Let's form the lips. You see, I'm not like just giving a little bit of touches. A little bit of touches. You don't need to add a lot. Okay, there's a shadow under. The lower lip. All right. Soft in that area. Okay. Make sure it's a variety of edges because you don't want too sharp in the hair area. So, like some leave it sharp and some soften it. Like that. Because you're going to create a variety of texture. You can't just stick with one thing. One thing is going to make it difficult to be observed and noticing the variety. Okay. So we kind of have a decent face. The thing is, you don't need to make it super realistic. You don't, because you're gonna lose the artistic touch. The more real you're gonna make it, and then people say, okay, yeah, he's skilled, but I don't feel it. You know, you have to leave your touch in there, because that would differentiate you from others. Because if everybody draw things realistic, super real, that you cannot tell if it's a photo or not, then what's the difference between us? Artistically speaking, you have to leave something, even if it's the same style. Even if it's the same style, but there are things we do that differentiate one from another, which is very cool. Very cool. And let's see here. I'm gonna write something to shape the eye. You see the distance from here to here is not too close because we have the nose turned that way. So we're gonna add shadow here for the nose. And don't be afraid to add it, even if it was harsh line. You always can soften it. And there's the left nostril. You can add more details and continue working on this, but to me, I stop when I feel it's enough. And sometimes you need to stop. The more work on something, then you might ruin it. So you just stay very close to your artistic approach, and when you feel like, okay, it's over, then it's over. Don't try to keep making it better, because sometimes you can make it worse. Or it really doesn't matter. What am I talking about here? It doesn't matter. Like, whatever style you want to do it, do it. Any style you want. Okay, now let's get this very small areas. You can use a stump or you know, a paper towel, like you make it sharp. You add some of the highlight. And no, let's correct that, because it's a very small area. So gonna make it super sharp and add that's it, and another one there.